Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a school supply haul for you, and not excited for back to school, even though I, should show yay back to school enthusiasm in my back to school series, but let's be real, I'm not excited to go back to school. Summertime is way better in my opinion, but that being said, we all have to do it, and I know some of you are excited, and I thought I would share what I use in my classes and what I use as school supplies throughout my semester. So keep in mind that I am in university and things can be different in high school and university. For example, in high school I had a binder for every single subject because that was just easier for me to stay organized. I had a lot more papers because it was a whole year of work instead of just a semester, which is like 12 to 15 weeks, So now I do things a little bit differently than I did in terms of folders versus binders. So I'll show you what I get. So definitely make sure to tailor this according to what your needs are and where you are at in school. But that being said, all the accessories that I got, those are pretty much standard, and you'll be able to buy the same ones if you want to buy the same ones. So let's just get started here. I have 4 classes this semester and 4 classes next semester. So I get everything in double at this time of year. I just find it easier. I don't have to rush out when it's minus 40 in January and try and find school supplies, because back to school is now. In all the stores, you're going to have a bunch of back to school stuff, but if you wait and you go in the winter, there's not going to really be as many options, and I just prefer what they have this time of year. So I just buy everything in double and I don't have to worry about it in the winter time. So I'm going to show you just what I got I'm just going to show you what I got for one semester, but I got the exact same thing for both. So I got all of this in double, except for the pens and everything, all the accessories, those I just got one. But in terms of notebooks and folders and stuff like that, I got everything times 2. So every color I got in double. Okay, hopefully that was clear, because I feel like that was a very complicated explanation for a simple situation. So I'm going to start with my notebooks. I like the 5-star notebooks that look like this. For me, these are the best ones because the paper is, well, first of all, lined, but it's also heavyweight paper, which means that it's a little bit thicker, a little bit just higher quality, and I find I write quite heavy, I press quite hard with my pencil, and I've had trouble with other notebooks in the past, so I found that these are the best one for me. I get the 1 subject one, but there are some that have 2 subjects, 3 subjects, 5 subjects in them, and if you have classes on the same day, that might be a good option for you. But for me, all my classes are on different days, and I don't know, I just find myself taking a lot of notes. So I get the 1 subject 200 pages, because there are a 1 subject 100 pages, but I get the 200 page one. So yeah, that's basically what it looks like. So I got a purple one, I got a light blue one, I think this one is really pretty, and then I got a white one that looks like this, and then kind of a different purple. I don't know if you'll, hold on, let me hold them both up. This is more of a pinky purple, and this is more of a true deep purple. So that's pretty much it in terms of notebooks. And the other thing that I like to get are folders. So I get these folders here. I like to get these folders because whatever loose leaf papers, assignments, anything like that, I use these to bring them back and forth from my house to school. And I just think that these are the most practical. I like the ones that are you can't really tell, I guess, over the camera, but they're not plastic. They're pretty solid. They're not very flimsy, and I think these are a lot better at keeping your papers straight and not folded. So I really like these ones, and this is a big reason why I get all my stuff in double at this time of year, because they never carry this kind in the winter time. So I like to get them now. And basically what they look like inside is they just have 2 pockets, 1 on each side, and then they have the little whole thing in the middle. I tend to not really use this part, but if you're younger, I know in elementary school and high school we did use these more if you need a folder, but for me, I tend to just use the pockets. And I basically got one to match my notebooks because I'm, crazy like that. So this is for the dark purple one, and then this one's for the blue one, and then this is for the pinky purple one, and this one's for the white one because they didn't have white, so I thought yellow, white, that would work. I also find that's a good tip. It depends how, you know, into it you are. I mean, I wouldn't say you have to get color coordinating things, but it can make it a lot easier if you're getting used to your new classes and what goes with what class. If everything that for each class is the same color, that can make it a lot easier. If you're having a hard time getting used to, you know, your books and what color you need for each class, that's a good trick. I like to color coordinate things. I've always been that way, so that could be a good tip for you guys if you're looking for that sort of tip. So that's actually it for like notebooks and folders. Like I said, in high school I would have gotten the same notebooks, but I would have gotten, instead of these little folders, I would have gotten a binder with like the rings and like usually 1 inch, but probably more 1.5 inch, depending on, you know, how big the subject was. If it was like an ethics class, then it might be a little smaller than if it's like a math class, you know. So you kind of just have to tailor it to yourself. I know that like in high school and in elementary school, they often will give you a list, like a list of what you're going to need, and you can just go off of that and customize it to what you think you'll need because you know best. But yeah, in university and college you don't have that. They don't tell you what to bring, so you kind of just have to bring what works for you. Alright, so in terms of accessories and pens, I am a little bit overboard, but we all know I like my paper and I like my pens. And it makes going back to school and having to study and learn and take notes just a little bit funner. So, that being said, I always get a like regular lead pencil. I don't know why this one comes with a whole bunch of like accessories that I probably will not use, but I really, really love this pencil here. It's like my go-to that I get every single year, and I like the 0.7, what are they called? Mechanical pencils, but like the 0.7 size. I find that the lead breaks a little bit less easier than the 0.5, so I like the 0.7, and so it's pretty, it's purple. I just went with that one. Another thing that's really important is an eraser and a little mini ruler that'll fit in your pencil case, but those I already had like laying around at home, so I'm just going to reuse like old ones that I have like in my basement where I keep all my stuff. So I didn't bother to buy more of those, but that's something that I thought to mention because it is important to have. Next up, I think the most important part, and in university I have found that I go through these so freaking fast that, oh my god, why does my shirt keep falling? I'm going to need to buy like, I usually use these up in like maximum 6 weeks. I need a new package, but they're Sharpies. I use Sharpies like crazy. These are really, really important, especially if you have a lot of reading to do. They really, really helps when you're studying. You have to try and not highlight everything on your page. Stick to what's really important, but these are really, really a must-have. And I like the skinny ones because they fit in my pencil case really well, and it just comes with the pink, orange, yellow, and blue. So yeah, I like this one. Also, the tip is fine, and I think that that's easier when you're highlighting because most of my documents, that the writing is not like a huge font. So when you have the thicker ones, it might be a little bit, it might give you a little bit less control. So I just like the skinnier versions, but that's just personal preference. But highlighters, very important. And also whiteout for any mistakes. Pens, you know, when you're using a pen, okay, what am I trying to say here? A lot of teachers will require that you write a lot of your tests in pen, like in ink, and so these will be your best friend. I like this whiteout. There's like the traditional little paintbrush one, but then you have to wait for it to dry, and that can be such a hassle when you're in a time-crunched exam. These are my favorite ones. They are a lifesaver. They're basically just this little like pen thing that you like put over, and it's like instantly dry. It's like a heaven sent. They are a little bit more expensive than the traditional ones, but definitely a must for me. Like it says, it applies dry, so you really can't go wrong. There's 3 in this pack, but let me tell you, I go through a lot of those, but those are really important as well. And now I think for the most important part of this haul, pens. And you'll see I got probably the biggest pack of pens that exists, but I go through pens especially because I take so many notes that literally my pens run out of ink after like 2 to 3 weeks. So this is perfect for me, and I love colors because it makes it a lot less boring. So this is what it looks like. It's a huge package, and they are the InkJoy Effortless Writing Pens. And so I have green, light blue, okay. Let me see if I'm going to be able to do this. Green, light blue, pink, orange, purple, black, dark blue, and red. So there's the most of these colors because those are the colors you'll tend to use the most, but these are the fun colors. So I'm really excited to think this is what I'm most excited about, but it is. That's the only exciting part of this haul, pretty much. And another exciting thing are Post-its. I'm big on Post-its. I write everything on Post-its. When I have stuff that's due, I mark pages. When I'm studying, they come really in handy. I make myself to-do lists on these. Post-its are literally like how I stay organized, and I'm a very organized person. Post-its literally have always been my thing. Like since end of like elementary school, beginning high school, these have always been my thing. Like, I love Post-its, and I think they're a great way to stay organized. So definitely, I would say look into Post-its. I like to get the like bigger squares. They have smaller ones, but I like the bigger ones because I write big and I write a lot. So yeah. I got these fun neon colors. There was a bunch of different colors to choose from, but I got these ones. I think they're fun. That's pretty much what I got for back to school. Like I said, you don't have to go super crazy. I mean, I did on my pens, but you know, personal preference. You just need the basics and make sure you figure out what you really need for you, and that's really all that matters. I went to Staples to buy all my stuff, but you can definitely go to Walmart. There are some cheaper alternatives, so shop around, see what you can do, but I would say go earlier rather than later because then you'll kind of have the leftovers and sometimes you might not find what you need. So anyways, that's just my school supply haul. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and maybe got some tips and tricks on what to look out for when you're doing your shopping, and that's it. I can tell you that this is not like a first time that I buy. I always buy these things. They are very much my staple products that I need to use for back to school and my whole semester. So take it for me. This is what works for me. Adapt it for you, but these should serve you well. It's what I'm trying to say. Thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye! Oh, and thanks for watching, of course.